Need tools? We've got you covered. Go to ChromebookParts.com or click on the link below to pick up this sleek, portable toolkit. Set the heating pad to around 75 degrees Celsius and heat it up for about 10 to 15 minutes until it's very warm to the touch. Remove the iPad. And be sure not to use your opener tool on the right side, as that is where the digitizer and home button cables are located. Carefully insert the opener tool and slide it along the 3 edges, keeping in mind to avoid the side with the digitizer and home button cables, and pop the digitizer free. Be careful not to go too deep, as you could scratch the LCD. Apply a small amount of upwards pressure to start the removal process. However, be careful not to excessively bend the digitizer so as not to crack it. Carefully lay the digitizer down. Remove 3 3mm screws and 1 4mm screw in the LCD. Lift the LCD while being careful not to pull the home button cable. It helps to lean it up against a weighted object. Remove 3 1mm screws from the cover plate. Use a plastic spudger to pop the cover plate free. This plate is also connected to the LCD cable. Pry up the digitizer cables with a plastic spudger to unplug them. Flip open the locking clip and unplug the home button cable. Remove 1 2mm screw from the battery plate. Insert the plastic spudger under the motherboard as a wedge to get the top of the motherboard off the post that's holding it on. Be careful not to push the wedge in too far, as it is very possible to crack the motherboard. Use the scraper to pry the battery free from the adhesive underneath. If the battery rips and is exposed to the air, you may smell a sweet odor. If this occurs, go to a well-ventilated area or put on a mask to avoid breathing the chemical release. Wiggle the battery free off the post that's holding it on. Scrape the adhesive off the chassis and use a can of compressed air to blow any remaining debris off. Peel the covering off the new battery and replace the battery onto the post. Replace the one 2mm screw. Remove the adhesive on the new Digitizer. Use the spudger if necessary to scrape it off. Remove the tape as well. On the old Digitizer, peel up the home button cable from the adhesive. Use the metal spudger to gently pry the home button free from the adhesive underneath, but be careful so as not to rip the cable from the home button. Remove the support bracket and remove the rubber adhesive ring. Use the metal spudger if necessary to remove any remaining pieces of the ring. Remove the inner peel of the new adhesive ring. and apply the adhesive ring to the home button. The cable will lay flatter if you line one nubbin up with the home button cable. Scrape the adhesive off the bracket. And apply new adhesive to the bracket. You can find a link to the adhesive we used in the description below. Then apply some red adhesive tape to the flip side. Attach the bracket adhesive to the little gold strip of the home button cable. Peel off the outer adhesive from the home button. And peel off the adhesive on the home button bracket. Replace the home button, and be sure to line it up correctly before setting the adhesive. Remove the old adhesive from the chassis. and apply new adhesive to the chassis. Again, a link to the adhesive we use can be found in the description below. In order to accurately line up the adhesive, it can sometimes be easier to apply the first strip to the top or bottom of the device. Smooth it out and make sure the adhesive is evenly applied. Lean the digitizer up against a weighted object and plug in the digitizer cables. Plug in the home button cable. And plug in the LCD. Replace the 3 1mm screws in the metal plate. Lay the LCD down and make sure not to snag the home button cable. Replace the 3 3mm screws and 1 4mm screw in the LCD. Peel off the chassis adhesive covering, but leave the right side on, the side with the home button and digitizer cables. Use a can of compressed air to blow off any debris and give the LCD one last cleaning. Make sure the digitizer and home button cables are tucked in while laying the digitizer down, and remove the last adhesive from the chassis. As you're laying the digitizer down, peel the last protective covering off, which will prevent dust from getting onto the digitizer.